Okay, so we basically, I don't know if you ever read Playboy magazine, but they do the 10 questions kind of thing. And,
Oh, no.
yeah.
But I know that David Letterman, the top 10, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes. No, we're doing something a little similar. What
Okay.
what I like to do is have a little conversation with each artist about their process and about their work, and get a little insight for people who maybe are coming to the fair or haven't made it on some of our exhibitors. So
Wonderful.
we're doing that now.
And that's a great question because I just spoke to a young artist and he asked me something really loving and sweet. If you want to,
Yeah. What was the question?
So he looked at my early work. I have a book of my early work, and then he looked at this, which is the evolution, and there it goes. It was really sweet. And then he asked, "How did I get from this to this?" And we're talking.
Right. Okay.
Artist to artist of what when you get feeling routine, when you feel stuck, what do you do to take it to the next level? So he felt very stuck in what he's doing, and he asked me, "How did you get from here to here?" So I told him I was angry, and I became a caricature of myself, and I was becoming a routine. So I was making these paper paintings, and I could make them
We talk about it
blindfolded.
like shtick. Sometimes you get your shtick and...
Totally, and you become the same thing over and over again. And I wanted to take a break, so I physically took a break and withdrew, but still always making things at home, little arts and crafts. I really did slice my finger badly.
Okay.
I ran to a 24-hour CVS.
Right.
I stood in the aisle. It was 4 a.m. It was 24 hours. So at 4 a.m. you're slightly delirious, and I was looking at boxes of Band-Aids. I needed one Band-Aid, but the aisle became a blurred vision, and I had an aha moment, and I threw all these medical supplies. I was like, Band-Aids, gauze, and I just took them back to the studio, and I just sat with them for days, and then I started peeling them, and then this
manipulating them, yeah, because your surface is now, and this is kind of overarching aesthetic of healing and this kind of surgical fleshiness of the canvas. And
well,
so you're actually painting the gauze and bandages into the surface.
Yes. At first I started, I thought I could do a series of all au naturel, which is the first piece there, which is the only piece in
Which was the one that was in the art newspaper. Yeah, okay.
Which is interesting because it's the only one that doesn't have paint. But I was really wanting to do things very austere and monochromatic, so once I had all the works done, I applied the paint, and I really enjoyed them in just one single color, which is different from... I was doing things very colorful and very rainbow bright before. So I wanted to just make it a little bit more, maybe...
It's a very earth tone now.
Yes, and simple, less is more.
Right.
And for me, in a weird way, I felt more of a masculine energy, this quiet, instead of this very female, rainbow and colory. So I tapped more into masculine, yeah, because I was riding the sky, making all these rainbow things. So this is more austere. Minimalist.
Right, and some of them are black, and you can't actually, at first glance, you don't know what the texture is because they're really kind of buried under the surface.
Right, and I've been asked so many times if this is leather.
Okay,
because
it's a black piece,
because it's got this weird sort of almost like a leather finish, like a leather jacket or pleather. Maybe they think it's pleather.
Right,
Fake
shiny.
leather.
Shiny, yeah.
Right, I think the black with the different veneers could be mistaken for that fabric, but they are regular old Band-Aids, just layered and layered and layered and coated.
Just look like objects embedded in the surface, like rock almost. Right.
And
So you've been making this series of work with the Band-Aids and the gauze for how long?
I want to say that I made it last summer into fall, about 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
And then I spent many weeks just coating and coating and coating.
Letting it dry, but adding another coat.
Yes, because a lot of people asked me if these were ceramic.
And we're not, just so you know, just so the viewers know, we're not actually showing all the images, but you can find them on our website at vergeartfair.com.
Oh yes, please, take a look.
We'll put some up there. Yeah, great.
Well, some sculptors came by and they said, "Oh, is this ceramic?"
Right, it has a very sculptural element to it. Yeah.
Because they're protruding off the canvas.
Right.
So I thought it was kind of interesting. They're not sculpture, but the layers of the veneer, just the layers of the shellac and the veneer and just the paint starts to seal it and makes it look like ceramic.
Right. So you're about to go bi-coastal, honestly. I hear you're...
I'm about to go by. Coastal, that is.
Right.
That's the joke.
Do you think this is kind of a New York moment for you, this work? And do you think it'll change? as you're moving. It's intriguing sometimes how artists respond to geography and different cultures.
Absolutely, absolutely. I do feel this is very New York. I do feel, again, like the tapping into masculine energy in this. I am a little different in LA. I'm barefoot and I wear less clothes, and I want to be like more hippy dippy. So I have a feeling it's going to affect me. And going back to maybe, in a strange way, the original work, which was very colorful,
like almost like mineral textures and natural surfaces.
I would like to keep these textures, but the colors might change.
Okay.
So they might become like tie dye.
Keep the voice in the work. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe the merger of the two, like a hybrid. I need to bridge the two. Bridge.
Right. There you
Bridge.
go.
We gotta bring back Bridge.
I know. Right?
Bring back the fair and the
we're
magazine.
talking about it. The magazine, most likely.
I would like that.
That's a great conversation, Phil. Cool. Thank you very much.
Yay. Thank you, Michael.
Bye.